Today on the channel, I'm back from San Diego Comic-Con, and I thought today's video we would do a countdown of my top 5 favorite reveals from San Diego Comic-Con 2023.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another edition of the Kyle Peterson Top 5, a Thursday tradition right here on the channel. As every single Thursday, we're counting down my top 5 favorite of something, and occasionally top 10. In today's video, we're counting down my top 5 San Diego Comic-Con reveals from 2023. As you guys know by now, I was in San Diego Comic-Con this week, or last week I guess technically, and this week a little bit, and I was sinking it all in, drinking it all in the whole time, and checking out everything. And I tried to hit everything. I was there, what was that, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I was there making the rounds, checking out all the booths, seeing things get added, going to panels. Really made the most of my minutes. I maximized my minutes out there and hit pretty much everything. Saw all the reveals, got to see them all up close, took pictures of them, did videos on them, things like that. And today I figured I'd try to narrow it down to the top 5 things for me. Now, once again, this is my list. Put your list in the comments down below. It could be anything. This isn't just wrestling. This isn't just Marvel Legends. This is everything on a whole for me. There might be some surprises on here. There might be some things that are not a surprise. And some of this stuff we kind of knew was coming. Some stuff was totally out of left field. It was a really good mix here, and we'll talk about it here. And of course, we're going to start the countdown at number 5, work our way to number 1. That's how we always do these videos. So without further ado, let's talk about my top 5 San Diego Comic-Con reveals. All right, we kick off the countdown at number 5, and we make a mad dash to the Hasbro booth, to the G.I. Joe Classified line. And what do we see there? Well, I guess we shouldn't say the booth, as these were revealed during the panel, of course, with Lenny and Emily and the rest of the gang there. And this is one, it's a little farther down my list because I assumed this was coming sooner rather than later. There's no doubt they have to have these. The crowd and the fan base want these, and we're finally going to get them, it looks like, in 2024. It is Buzzer, it is Ripper, it is Torch, it is the Dreadnoks. I guess outside of Zartan, those are kind of the OG Dreadnoks a lot of us think of. And very, very special to me and my G.I. Joe fandom, of course. Torch being an absolute favorite of mine. Torch, of course, was not shown in pictures or anything. He was just a leak reveal, whatever they want to call it. But Ripper and Buzzer, they did show the little digital renders on both of those, and both look absolutely awesome. Cannot wait to add those to the collection. Can't wait for the year of Dreadnoks, and I think once we get all these Dreadnoks, maybe we get a little Cold Slither band. That'd be a great San Diego Comic-Con exclusive box set. Would not be shocked to see Super 7 do that in the reaction figure line eventually, but very excited. I guess if you said gun to your head, Kyle, what Cobra people do you want first? It would definitely be the Dreadnoks. So this is something I've really been looking forward to. This is going to be really fun to put with Zartan and Zoran on the shelf. Hopefully we get the rest of the crew. Give us the Road Pigs, the Monkey Wrenches. Give me Zanzibar. Give me Zanzibar. Give me all of them out there. I'll take any and all Dreadnoks. So I was very excited to see these guys announced and revealed. That's why they're coming in at number 5. We've arrived at the number 4 spot of the countdown, and this is a little bit of a twofer here, and I'm going to explain my reasons why. This is my list, so it's a complicated list, of course. But these are 2 characters I had as a child that I had no idea what these even were. I had these, I mixed them in with my G.I. Joes, but I had no clue what toy line they were from. Of course, when you're a very little kid and there's no such thing as the internet, you get these from a family member for a birthday or whatever, and you have no idea what toy line it's from, and it just kind of mixes into your collection. Well, that's where we're going right here. We're going to Crystar from Marvel Legends and Elkhorn from NECA Dungeons & Dragons. So I know nothing about Dungeons & Dragons. I know nothing about Crystar, but I remember when I first got the internet, I had these toys and I said, I got to figure out what the heck these are. Found out Crystar from the Crystar line, I don't even still know, but it is coming out, and same thing with Elkhorn from Dungeons & Dragons. Two toys I loved as a kid, I played with a lot as a kid, had no attachment to the lines, just made up my own stories about those guys, and I even used Crystar as Iceman for a while in my Secret Wars figures and my Superpower figures, things like that. So it's funny what the imagination does and the nostalgia for characters, and now here we are at 2023, two characters I always will remember because I had no idea who they were, and really the only two toys I ever had as a kid, I didn't know who they were. There was some BraveStarr too, I guess, in there too. But for the most part, I knew what all my toys were. I didn't know these two. And to see them both announced here in 2023, especially Crystar coming from Marvel Legends as kind of a one-off, more to come on that, I think is just absolutely awesome. Apparently, Marvel owns the IP to that. Apparently, it's a little convoluted. Jesse Falcon on the panel did explain the reason how they could do that. And man, I'm here for it. I am going to get this just simply off nostalgia in the toy I had. Never saw the story. I can't remember if there was a cartoon that lasted a couple episodes, possibly. Not exactly sure, but I don't know anything about it, but I do know my childhood playing days and the fun I had with that figure. Same thing with Elkhorn. Of course, I love the little people. You guys know that. And he is just a cool fighting troll. I guess not a troll, a dwarf. There we go, a dwarf. I don't want to confuse things here. He is a cool-looking dwarf. Love the big beard. He almost looks like something out of the Lord of the Rings. Wouldn't be shocked if he wasn't somewhat based on that. But once again, don't know anything about Dungeons & Dragons, but I'll be picking up Elkhorn. A very cool-looking guy here. So just two all-timers that's just very weird how the stars kind of align to see those announced at San Diego Comic-Con this year, and I am here for both of them. So that comes in at number 4. We've reached the halfway point of the countdown. You got your list together. Make sure you put it in the comments down below. And coming in at number 3, once again, we walk on over to the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified booth over there. And a lot of people are going to say, I can't believe this is not number 1, but it is number 3. It is Tiger Force Flint. Yes, my boy Flint. Now, I had an inkling this one was coming. There had been rumors this one was coming. So that took a little bit of the surprise off. Obviously, I was surprised when I saw my boy Flint in all of his glory and his Tiger Force glory there on display at the Hasbro booth. I was so excited to see that one, and I love this figure. I'm going to have to say no Flint left behind. Well, I don't know if I can afford that, but definitely a cool version of Flint, and of course, possibly my favorite Flint, as I played with that one for more years than the original Flint, if you can believe that. I am here for it. I love the black band they added around him, gave him a little extra personality. It looks like something out of the Predator or something. Definitely cool, and I think it would have been higher if I would have just stumbled onto the booth and saw him for the first time, but I kind of knew he was coming. I had some inklings there, so it was a reveal, but it wasn't as shocking of a reveal as some things, but it did blow me away. It is one I'm very excited for. I cannot wait to get Flint, Tiger Force from the G.I. Joe Classified line, and I was so excited for that one. It comes in at number 3. Next up, the number 2 spot, we're going to WWE, we're going to Mattel, we're going to WWE Mattel Elites for the 3-pack of the 3 Faces of Foley. Now, a lot of us kind of thought this might be coming because Mick Foley said he wanted one of those done, kind of put the flames out there a little bit, but we did see these in hand, so I think he knew they were coming, so it was all a little promotion for San Diego Comic-Con, but I am here for that. I've been wanting to get the OG Bone Cruncher 3 Faces of Foley 3-pack, and I wanted to get it autographed with each character, and I've been playing the long game on that, looking around. Now with this coming out, I am definitely going to upgrade to this Elite one. I guarantee I will be getting this signed by all 3 Faces of Foley. I am so excited for this one, and it looks like this one will be a Ringside collectible exclusive, so it should be fairly easy for everybody to get. You just go to Ringside, pay your money, get after it. I believe it's $99 on Ringside right now, but this one's going to be great for autographs. I can't wait for this. A little bit of a stumble in some ways. I love the Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack, my favorite of the 3 Faces by far. Love the Cactus Jack in here. I definitely want this Cactus Jack, but I really wish it was the iconic Cactus Jack with the Wanted Dead or Alive shirt. It just would feel like here's the iconic version of all 3 characters. I would have loved to have that, but beggars can't be choosers at this point. I really do want that Cactus Jack figure either way. So a very, very cool set here. One of my all-time favorites is Mick Foley. Don't make me tell the pizza story again. But definitely love this one. Definitely going to get one to autograph, get one loose in my collection, and then one probably non-autographed in box as well. So I'm probably going to get 3 of these packs before things are all said and done. So a very, very cool one here with Mick Foley. That's why it's at number 2 in this top 5 list. We got one left. What is it? Stay tuned. We've hit the #1 spot in our top 5 countdown. You got your list together. Make sure you put it in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel as we got a top 5 list every single week here on this very channel. But #1 shouldn't come to a surprise of most of you guys out there. Now, this is a toy line I love to collect. I would never say I am an absolute expert on this toy line. I didn't even have a whole lot of the original toys. There was only so many toys you could get back in the day. And I was all about wrestling. I was all about G.I. Joe. And then it kind of got a little gray from there. But this was one line I only had a couple of characters from. But right now, I'm all in. I'm reliving my childhood. I'm reliving the cartoon show. What are we coming in with at #1? Well, it is from Super 7. It is from Thundercats. It is the Cat's Lair. Now, this did get kind of leaked a couple days before San Diego Comic-Con. I know Super 7 would have loved to have the grand exposure right there. And for a lot of people, I think they did get that. And I gotta say, very similar to the Nitro stage, seeing that thing in person, pictures just do not do this thing justice. The Cat's Lair is the exact same thing. Absolutely breathtaking in person. I just cannot get over how big this thing is. It was on a table that was about waist high to me, maybe a little bit lower, and it was the size of my head. I mean, this thing is gigantic, and that's one of the things I love. I love big figures. I love big play sets. It's just an ode to the past and something we never thought we would ever get. Of course, we need 3,000 backers to make that happen. It's going to be an interesting thing to watch over the next 6 weeks or so, I think is how much time it has. This thing is absolutely breathtaking in person. I love how it folds out, it folds in, it's got play places, it's got the table, it's got a lot of accessories with it. Of course, there's going to be tiers to it as well. Just one of those things that just blows you away, and something I hope that we as collectors that want this will be able to get. And honestly, I was talking to Super 7, I was talking to some other people. Seeing it in person, I said, if this isn't fun, this is the last time I'm going to see this thing, most likely. And this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, which seems really crazy, but in the rest of my collecting life, this is probably my only chance at something like this. You don't think Mattel, Hasbro down the line, they're not going to make something like this. This is it. If this doesn't get funded, there will never be another Cat's Lair out there of this kind of proportions and scale. Who's to say Mattel, Hasbro, somebody one day gets the license rights or something, they make a little one, something small. They could, like they did 10 years ago or so. But to get an OG representation, massive Cat's Lair, this is it. This is our one-time opportunity here. So I am very excited. I got my fingers crossed this is going to fund. Obviously, $650, really $750 with shipping all in. It is a pricey thing, but it truly is a once-in-a-lifetime piece. That's just the way it's going to be. We're never going to see anything like this ever again. Just definitely very cool, and I totally understand how it is not for everybody. Not everybody has space for things like this. I guarantee there's a lot of people out there that don't have the space or the funds for it. There's no doubt about it. But definitely it's something I hope that does get backed, and it was really the awe-inspiring thing of the weekend for me. I think I went back to it about 5 times. Like, I just got to look at this thing once more. I just couldn't believe what my eyes were seeing in person. Just definitely very cool. Definitely the showstopper of the weekend, I think, is what that one was. I was just totally blown away, and there was so much cool stuff, like I said, from Mattel, from Hasbro, from NECA, DC, Super 7. There was stuff all over the place that was really awesome to see, but this Cat's Lair was definitely something else, and I thought Super 7 did a tremendous job showcasing this, having it in the middle of their setup, big old glass case, plastic case, whatever it was, had figures all around it for scale and stuff. Just a phenomenal job by the Super 7 team there. So I'm all in on the Cat's Lair. I'm hoping it funds, and we'll stay tuned to it in the toy news of the week. We'll track it like we track the Dragonfly as well. So there it is. There's my top 5 list. Get yours together. Put it in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this very video. And don't forget about Patreon for early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it. All going on over there, the old Patreon channel. Your best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget to hit me up. Follow along on social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter. Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the top 5 reveals of San Diego Comic-Con 2023, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.